Look at all this salvage stuff. This is so cool. After you process everything, where does it go? What does it end up being?
That's some magic top secret stuff that goes on here.
I love sustainability, but we're gonna have to talk about this. Reusable toilet paper. Get an S. Oh!
Too far!
What is this, an old computer? Where's the screen? Acoustic panels out of blue jeans. I just love the process of turning something old into something new and useful again. If you had a grandmother like mine, there were jars that are reused and repurposed all around the house. Here's how to get jars ready to reuse. Glass jars are great to recycle, but sometimes they're pretty handy to keep. This place is amazing. So it's called the Refillery. So you just come here, refill what you need from your home. I love stores and concepts like this. Your focus right now, just sustainable products, but like good for you, good for the planet products too?
Yes, absolutely. We try to keep everything as non-toxic as possible. Biodegradable, palm-free. You can see on all of our labels what the ingredients are, so there's no surprises.
Good for the planet, good for our homes, good for us. First, you want to get rid of any of that excess food left in there. Now these are going to take a soak to get rid of those labels and sticky stuff. You'll need a little bit of dish soap and a few glugs of white vinegar.
Yes.
What's this one?
This one is vinegar.
What's cleaning vinegar different from like household vinegar?
This is more concentrated.
Do you have it out? I want to smell it. Now you want super hot water straight from the tap or boil a pot of water. Let everything soak until those labels come off easy and clean, about 20 minutes. Yeah, so 45%. So household vinegar is usually 3 to 6%, you
Yes.
said? 45%.
And then
That'll clean you out. Oh my goodness.
we dilute this before putting it on the floor as well.
Oh, so you still even dilute what you get in?
Yes.
And that label should peel right off. Any remaining residue should be easily scrubbed away. It is coming off so easily. If you are reusing glass jars for food, just make sure to thoroughly clean it or even sanitize it in a dishwasher cycle. So they have all these recycled jars. You can fill it up with a product, whether it be lotion, body wash, shampoo, like laundry detergent. You can take it home in this jar and then fill up your container, or you bring your container in and you just get charged by the ounce. So how do you fill these jars? Like, do they come like this, or you get product in bulk and then you refill these?
Exactly. We get bulk for bulk on the floor. We do a bit of a swap, and then they continue to reuse them.
So there's less packaging and stuff used there, even in the transfer from the facility to here to refill.
Exactly.
Get crafty and turn a jar into a candle. Upcycled jars make great gifts. Tie a bow on it and they'll love it. If you're a plant person, propagate and share a cutting with a friend. It's so cute. Even use those jars to refill bulk goods at your favorite sustainable store. From recycled to reused, Mother Nature and Grandma would be proud. I love sustainability, but we're gonna have to talk about this. Reusable toilet paper? Now. For me, this will be at the bottom of my swaps list. I'm not doubting it. I'm sure it's great. Okay, Madeline educated me. It's for if you have a bidet, so not as extreme as I originally thought of, but good to know, good to know.
All of our labels have how much per ounce. So if you have like a 16-ounce container, you can kind of do the math.
I'm guilty of this. You buy products blindly and you use them, and you're like, I don't really know how much I'm even spending on this.
Right,
So yeah,
exactly.
that's nice to know.
Yeah.
27 cents per load, which doesn't seem like a lot at all.
So if you're changing everything all at once, you're gonna be like, what do I do with all this stuff?
No pun intended, but you can kind of weigh what it means to you, what products to replace. You're doing good work.
Woohoo!
You're doing good stuff out here.
We trying.
While you can recycle these, why not repurpose them? Let's reuse those reusable food containers. These are great for lunches and meal prepping, but I like to use them to reorganize around the house. So I wanted to check out this store. It's called Sweet Salvage. It's just got an eclectic mix of things that are like reused, vintage stuff, antique stuff. I love because it's also different. Like you're not gonna find it anywhere else. So find unique items, things that have been refurbished, things that have been handmade out of old materials. Look at all this salvage stuff. This is so cool. They're telling me that a lot of this gets switched out seasonally too, so every month they have a new theme and new products come in, they find new stuff and restock, so that's really awesome. Everyone's guilty of a random junk drawer. Grab a few containers and take the time to clean up. I feel exposed. My secret drawer of all my nonsense. Great way to grab and go exactly what you need. I love stores like this because it's really about the thrill of the find. There's so many little knickknacks all over. A metal stamp? Like, where can you find metal stamps? That's incredible. Nothing's a display. Like this table, it's like, this table's awesome. Like, you can buy the table. They'll just have to like figure out where to put everything else on top of it. It's like the world's best garage sale. When you purchase things where assembly is required, you're usually left with parts and pieces. So I just reached for a container to get all that organized. Just choose the right size container and be sure to print a label so you know what those parts are for. We're a little ahead of season, but this is like the ultimate white elephant store. I'm gonna get my friends these pink flamingos. What is this, an old computer? Where's the screen? All these typewriters are awesome. Look at this one. I love this. Stores like this bring back memories and nostalgia. This is awesome. If we're hunting for treasure maps, I think we found one. So much stuff. Overwhelmed, overwhelmed. These are also great to organize games, puzzles, and craft supplies. Rawr. Now I won't step on these. These are the perfect containers because they make great activity kits for kids when you're on the go. Now this is what I call good to go. Used to go antiquing with my mom and she'd let me, if I found an old camera, she'd let me get it. Monocles, like different pieces of glass. Maybe this is how they did optometry back in the day. This is the kind of store where like ancient artifacts used to find the lost city of gold. I know something like that's creeping in here. One person's junk is another person's treasure. From those old socks to mismatched socks, they don't have to be trashed quite yet. Here are ways you can recycle and reuse. Add these to your cleaning arsenal like any other towel. These are the perfect tools for dusting around the house, blinds, or even our little green friends. The options really are endless, from cleaning and detailing your car to applying stain to wood grain.
These clothes are at the end of life. They're no longer deemed usable, wearable. So instead of landfilling these items, it gets diverted to us. And we currently recycle 1.8 to 2 million pounds per month.
Pounds per month?
Per month. Primarily deal with cotton clothing, but we can do some synthetics.
Okay.
So that's why you see a lot of blue jeans and cotton clothing bales like the shirt you're wearing there.
Well, I'm not gonna get rid of it quite yet, the shirt.
Well, when you're ready, we're here.
And then what happens after you process everything? Where does it go? What does it end up being afterwards?
It can end up being insulation, filler fiber for sporting goods.
Karate mats, punching bags. This guy boxes, so all this stuff is gonna end up in your punching bag one day. Use those old textiles as packing materials for storage or moving. Perfect packing material. And those old pillowcases are great for cleaning as well. You can use them for your ceiling fans. I like to keep a bin with all those old towels and some socks. These are just dedicated to cleaning up and using as rags around the house.
So this is where we store our raw materials. Under a roof, we typically keep about 3 million pounds. This will get turned over every 4 weeks.
Oh, look at this. What are,
So we partner
these are old
with,
like construction shirts?
This is actually from the textile facility at Florence. They make their own uniforms, the inmates do.
Okay.
There is trimming. Instead of landfilling them, they send them to us. We recycle them.
So a bunch of old uniforms.
Yes.
And instead of throwing your old items in the trash, do textile donations instead. Just like any other recycling bin, I like to keep one just for textiles. Many different types of textiles and fabrics can be donated, especially if they're cotton. What can't be donated?
So anything non-textile, so we'll get carpets in there.
Okay.
Most synthetics, but call us first and we'll make that determination.
When it comes to certain types of used linens like socks and undergarments, those can't be donated to secondhand stores, so instead, recycle them the right way. And if you have a couple extra socks laying around, free some house elves while you're at it.
That's the first part of our step, is that we shred.
Shred it, just like a paper shredder.
Yep, just like a
big
paper
industrial
shredder. So everything, jeans go in their holes, buttons, zippers, everything goes through.
Ah, that's right.
There's
metal
There's
in there.
metal, there's items that people leave in their clothing.
Oh.
So we have to be able to
How
capture
much
that.
change? How many dollar bills you finding
You know
in
what?
the clothes?
And our guys do find that. However, it's already minced up and it's usually raining out of the process as it goes through there. So they never find a complete quarter.
For all you online shoppers, cardboard is just a routine part of life. But this box doesn't have to make a one-way trip to the recycle. Here are some options to upcycle cardboard.
All the contaminants that are in the textiles goes through here. We have to remove that. So we mechanically liberate all the non-conforming, non-textile items out. We developed a process to do that, though. That's proprietary, and I really can't. I wish I could talk more about that.
Okay, there's magic. There's some secrets happening in there.
That's some magic, top secret stuff that goes on here.
Of course, you can reuse a box for moving and storage, but I love this trick to resize a box. By making a few cuts, we can resize this box. Right down the middle, and on the other side, too. With those few cuts, you can reorient and reshape the box. This is a nifty trick when you think your box is too small. Now it fits and ships. Where do you receive donations from?
So we actually source from sorting houses that come from the thrift stores. They do all the collection. They're the ones that bale it, those bales that we saw up front.
Okay.
So then we pick up full truckloads, 44,000 pounds from those locations.
Okay.
So this is what it looks like. Actually, that prison uniform.
You can see the orange
the
fibers
orange
in there.
So we mix that with the denim, and this, depending on what the customer wants, this is what he gets. So that's completely open. We have other customers that want it higher density, so it's chunkier.
Okay. Finer fibers, chunkier fibers.
Yeah, whatever the customer needs.
You can even use cardboard to create custom drawer dividers. Take some measurements of that drawer so you can cut your cardboard pieces. Once you have those pieces, you'll just create a notch for a nifty interlocking system. I even like to cover those pieces in some adhesive contact paper for a decorative touch. And the best part, customize and size those compartments to fit all your needs.
All of this will become wall insulation, insulation for automotive industry, under the hood and door panels.
An old pair of jeans you had could one day be insulating your walls. I just love the process of turning something old into something new and useful again.
All of this will have a new life somewhere else, including the metal. We send it off to a refinery. They melt it down into ingots, and it lives a life somewhere else as well.
Okay. Oh, so here we go. This is when it's all formed and compressed.
So I don't know if you can get zoomed in here. So this is the finished product. So this is our denim jeans. Finished product, R30.
Oh, they're working.
Hold on 1 second. We also make acoustical panels.
Acoustic panels out of blue jeans.
Out of blue jeans and pet beds.
And pet beds. A lot of applications for this.
There is.
They don't need to end up just
In the
decomposing
landfill.
for millions of years in the
That's right.
landfill.
Last year, we brought in over 60 truckloads of material that was diverted from the landfill.
Manufacturers of textiles, you're getting their leftovers, you're getting, like you said, the inmate, and then the pipeline of the secondhand shops, you know, the thrift shops. They will send unusable things here to you.
Well, the whole idea is to repurpose.
A lot of ways, a lot of methods to keep things within a cycle where it's renewable, reusable, and more sustainable.
Exactly.
Very cool.